Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the After Whistle podcast. I'm your host, Joseph Agundis,
I'm Murray Bell.
And I'm Casey Pechtel.
and Murray and I have beef. Murray, would you like to explain why we have beef?
Yeah, this was crazy. So going into a Sunday night in one of the leagues that I would say I care most about.
Yeah, definitely. That's why
It's one of,
I'm so heartbroken.
yeah, right. It's definitely the if you put money aside, it's probably the one my heart is in the most.
Yeah, like it's more. We're playing for what, $500 in the pot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that crazy. It's more of a pride thing. Like I
I,
won it last
I
year.
was up 80 on Joe's going into Sunday night.
I was up 80 or
Oh yeah,
60
Joe's was up 80, excuse
or
me.
something like
And
that.
then and then Brees Hall hangs like 20 on him. Cameron Dicker hangs like 20 on him. Derrick Henry hangs like 20 on him. And then the fourth and the most unlikely hero of all, Mark Andrews, hangs like 20 on him. And I end up winning by what, like 10, 15 points, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So it was a big
Yeah.
win too, because I think I was at 3-3. I was sitting at 500, so getting back above there. And you're bad in that. What are you, 1-6?
2-5, 2-5.
2-5?
Yeah, I'm 2-5. No, yeah, no, I'm 2-5. I won last week. I beat Fish last week. Uh,
No, that was a big win for me, though. That was a big win for
I'm
me.
2-5, but I did move up in the rankings because Seth did not score enough points to beat me, so I moved up. I lost, but I moved up from eighth to ninth. So, or
And
ninth
then
to eighth.
in I think it's the only league all three of us are in. Is that right? The
Yeah,
All Pros League.
yeah,
We all were the top three scorers this podcast this week.
yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Job.
Yeah,
And I want to say last year the championship game was Juice against me.
hmm
And this year I believe we're first and second right now.
You're first. I'm second. Yeah,
Yes. So
yeah.
we seem to have the All Pros League on lock, Juice. The old heads do.
hey, I'm on the way up, fellas. Don't worry about
Uh-huh.
me.
Uh-huh.
You're like not even making playoffs right
Anywho,
now.
I will. Yeah, I know, but it's been fluke losses. Look at my points scored. They're up there with some of the top dogs.
Murray's already got 1,000 points scored, and it's week 7. After week 7.
team is
All right.
legit.
Well, basketball started last night. Murray, your Celtics look good.
Yeah, look, banner 18. It's, on to the next season mentality. And it's nice because the Knicks were a team that they made some moves this offseason. Everybody was saying, oh, the Knicks, the Knicks, the Knicks. And the Celtics just came out and curb stomped them. And it's the Jason Tatum, screw Steve Kerr revenge tour season. So I'm very excited to see what that looks like after the disrespect that was served to NBA champion Jason Tatum. So yeah, I think it was a good start to the season. I was fired up to see it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I barely watched it. I was working last night, but yeah, sounds
The
good.
other game, the other game, Bronny and LeBron sharing the court.
That was it was cool. I know you're a hater, but it's cool. It's a cool moment.
It what it does is it really speaks to the longevity of LeBron's career.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
Like that's amazing that he has done all of this and is still in the league and is now playing with his kid,
hmm
regardless of how Bronny got there, of how good he is, blah blah blah. I think it more speaks to LeBron as a
yeah, yeah,
longevity of his career.
definitely. All right, baseball World Series is set. Game 1 on Friday.
So
Dodgers,
excited.
Yankees. What
Dude,
everybody
it's such a tough situation to be in.
for you?
Just for the public, I feel like.
No.
Well, I
Because
feel
they
like you either hate the Yankees or you hate the
that's
Dodgers.
but even if you hate one, you don't like the other.
I like the Dodgers.
You like the Dodgers?
I do. Yeah.
I
But
like them because I need to like them, but
see,
otherwise
I hate the Giants.
Yeah, it's
that's fair. See, that's fair. So that's another reason. But
you had a bad experience at a Giants game, so
I would say unbiased, it has the potential to be the greatest World Series of all time.
100%. If
What
this
would you
World
say the
Series
greatest World Series of all time?
goes 7 games, hey, I saw something. Did you guys see Shohei was throwing bullpens?
Dude, yeah, I was. Could you imagine if they fucking just rolled him out in game one?
Game
It's just
7.
like,
Oh, well, I'm thinking they
No.
roll him out game 7
Game 7 in the ninth.
in the ninth, like
Up
what he
1.
did in the World Baseball Classic.
strikes
Yeah, baby.
Comes up against Aaron Judge. Oh my God. That
Aaron
would
Judge
be
isn't even the one you got to
This
worry
has
about.
I mean,
Mike's
I
out.
think this has potential to be the most watched for sure.
Oh, it will absolutely. It will
yeah.
be
It'll break every World Series rank
absolutely by a mile.
Yeah.
It,
Last year, well, it was a fun World Series. This one, I just gonna blow it out of the water.
yeah, it's not even. This is going to set records. So, and I hope for the sake of baseball that it's a good series because it
Definitely.
would suck that if one team just kind of runs away with it. So
I
uh,
think it's gonna be a good series.
I think so too. My prediction is Dodgers in 7.
Dodgers in 7.
Dodgers in 7. Yeah, let's ride, fellas.
Let's ride.
Listen,
At
and I've
it.
said it. What I've said it since the start of the year. You could go back and listen to whatever baseball preview we did. I've said I think it's a Yankees year for like the entire season now. I'm
Shit.
so scared. I'm so
Yeah.
scared.
All
They
right.
they have looked so good.
Dude, they look so good.
Yeah.
That Yankees Guardians game, I know it was a crappy series, but that one that the Guardians got, oh my God, that game was were you guys watching that?
Yeah, with
Big
Noel.
big Christmas.
Christmas so sick. Yeah, we had it on in the book.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Yeah.
Uh yeah,
Moving on.
I think what it was is the Yankees, they added a winner to a team of losers. They added Juan Soto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Juan Soto's such a winner.
he is a winner.
Well, I
He's
think adding Jazz too, just a little fire in that clubhouse.
I
I
hate
like that. He's been playing well for them though. That's the thing.
Jackass.
He moved to a position he's never really played before in the bigs, and he's
Hey,
doing
don't you
well.
worry. Next year when it's the Reds in the World Series with Terry Francona,
And Pete Alonso, I've came to the conclusion that we're gonna get Pete Alonso and Anthony Santander.
would you rather have Pete Alonso or Christian Walker?
That's close, but I think Pete Alonso.
That's crazy. I'd much rather have Christian Walker.
Christian Walker's cheaper.
I just say the money's the same. Say the money. I still want
See,
Christian.
I think Christian Walker is going to stay with the D-backs.
I hope he does. That'd be awesome.
I think he will.
All right. Moving on to football. Week 7 kind of showed that and I texted you guys about this, that the Chiefs, I mean, especially with adding DeAndre Hopkins today,
That just
the
happened.
Chiefs are going to win another Super Bowl. I mean,
So yeah, I was gonna ask the question. So it's the Ravens are the second best team in the AFC, correct?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Who is it? The Bills? You have it the third,
I'd probably put the Bills at the third with the
Texans.
addition of Amari Cooper.
And then what? The Texans at the 4.
Probably it's whoever wins the South, which is probably going to be the Texans.
Just in your mind, who's the fourth best
Oh,
team?
fourth best team?
Wise, not seeding wise.
I mean, I want to say the Texans, but I think there could be.
It's a pretty big fall off after that top three.
Yeah, that top 3. Yeah.
I think so. Well, no, I think the Texans are good at the 4.
Yeah, but I don't think they're that close to the Bills. Like
I'll tell you,
I know they beat the Bills. I
I
think Nico
they
Collins.
off after 2.
What?
I think after the Ravens, that I don't think the Bills are in the same ballpark as Buffalo or Kansas or as
no, they're
No.
not.
No.
The worst part is I still don't think that Baltimore could beat the Chiefs.
I don't think so.
I still don't think they could.
No, yeah. I mean, especially and kind of they were talking, I think Brady said it on the broadcast. Uh Mahomes he doesn't really care about records or anything anymore. He just wants to win. Which that's why they're not throwing the ball as much. He's doing what he needs to do to win a football game.
They have become extremely Patriot-esque in
Yes.
that We don't care about winning pretty. We don't care about making you happy. It's not going to be flashy. It might not be fun. You might think it's boring, but we're going to win games. We're going to get that 1 seed. Whoever is the 2 seed is going to have to come to us in the postseason, and we're going to like our chances there.
Yeah, and especially if you not and then in the playoffs, if you add Pacheco and have a two-headed monster with Pacheco and Kareem Hunt,
It's great. The Chiefs are at the point now where it's like wake me up when it's
when it's
the
the playoffs.
AFC championship game.
Yeah,
Not even because they'll play some bum ass team in the divisional game, a little boat race, like they did with the Dolphins last year.
yeah, but I mean they'll have. I mean, if they get the bye though, they'll have a better team than.
Yeah, yeah, they'll have the Texans or something though, who they'll
Mhm.
beat.
Yeah.
You know, that's just what it is. And then the real game will be when they play Baltimore in the championship game.
Hmm.
My question was going to be, who do you think are the, again, not seeding wise, your mind, who are the top three NFC teams?
Lions are one.
Well, yeah, Lions are an easy one.
Two. Did I want to say the Vikings?
I was gonna say, do you
I
almost want
mean,
to say right now it's Lions, Vikings, Packers?
Yeah,
I agree. In that order, yeah.
I think it might be.
because I think the Niners without their weapons are not.
No. No, by
Um,
by playoffs, that might be different if the
I
Niners
think by
get healthy.
playoffs, I think by playoffs the Eagles might be in that third spot.
Hmm.
Um, but still I could see the Packers being in that third spot as well when playoffs come around. Because
Yep.
the Eagles are iffy.
Eagles are iffy, yeah. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe the wheels fall off the bus like they did last year.
I mean, they started off with the wheels off the bus.
Yeah, they did.
I know they beat the Packers, but still,
Yeah, it was first game in Brazil.
I mean, that's a weird game.
Yeah, definitely.
How many picks did Jordan Love throw? Jordan Love has the most picks through first like 7 weeks, something like
First
that.
game
He is well, he
Brazil.
is the same
What?
amount of
Not
picks.
only was it the first game, it was in Brazil as well.
That's what
Yeah,
we're saying. Yeah.
yeah.
That was just a weird situation. Like I get the Eagles are a good team, and I think if they played the Packers again right now, I'd really just give the edge to whoever was the home team.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, those are probably the top three, I'd say.
Yeah.
If the playoffs started right now, those would be my top three seeds. Even though you can't be, but
Yeah. It can't be.
No, well, and that's what I was just
yeah.
meaning in the sense of like how you would rank them.
Mm-hmm. Rankings, ranking slaves.
Yeah.
All right. Um, yeah, the what Manning said as well about the Chiefs, where Mahomes is just picking his year, is gonna wait until like decide his year on when he can throw when he break Peyton's record.
Oh yeah, probably.
Like I bet he's waiting till they have Rasheed Rice, Hollywood Brown, and Xavier all healthy.
Right, because then he'll set a record that'll never be broken.
Yeah, because if you have those three, one of them's gonna be open.
And what
Kelsey,
they're doing that's so impressive too right now is while people are upset with Kelsey kind of not having like a huge presence in the offense,
doesn't need to.
nice that they're starting to prepare for life after him.
Yeah.
Because the
Mhm.
thing is if Mahomes is really going to make like a Brady-esque run at this thing, he's going to have to get ready to adapt after Kelsey leaves. Because Kelsey's got what, 2 years at a high level, 3 years maybe?
I mean, I would say two or three. One, if he has a bad injury in the next
Of course.
year.
I'm
Yeah.
saying he stays healthy.
Yeah.
He doesn't have too much time left.
He was also wasn't doing a lot this offseason to focus on football.
No, so
I think
it's not
that's part of it too.
absolutely. And I think that's part of why he might retire a little earlier than people might think.
Hmm.
Would you be at all surprised if they win this year and they three-peat and he hangs it up?
Not
Or
at all.
no, not at all. So I think that it's good that they're integrating these other weapons to get ready for life after him
Yeah.
because they're by far the best AFC team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, moving on. Week 8. Start 'em, sit 'ems. Murray, the
One second.
Superman. What?
Don't start with me. I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay, Casey, you got him?
I have my list.
Yeah,
Give me one
I
second.
got Javonte Williams. Everybody knows he had a huge week last week against the Saints, and now they got Carolina. Coming off of that week, that's a guy you want to start and not even think about it.
I got Juwan Jennings. Given just the injuries there this week with Ayuk and Debo for sure being out, Kittle sounds like he's a little banged up as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think Juwan, he's going to be the obviously number one receiver if all those guys are out. So I like him there.
Yeah, my start of the week, and you're starting him every week from now until Pacheco comes back is Kareem Hunt. Um, he has balled in every game he's been back. And then this is his schedule coming up. He's at the Raiders this week, at home against Tampa Bay, at home against Denver, at Buffalo, at Carolina, back at home against Vegas.
Look at this.
That's like he might score 20 points each of those games, if not more. You're starting Kareem Hunt. I know he's a bona fide must start now.
Must start.
Casey, you got some more?
Yeah, I got Mr. Caleb Williams this week. They're coming in against the Commanders, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even if Jane Daniels doesn't play, I think if Jane Daniels plays, it's going to be just an electric shootout between the two top QBs, fighting for who's better. Either way, though, Caleb has looked good. He's starting to kind of, figure out his role on the team, his role in the NFL. And I like him to play pretty well this week.
Okay. I will go. Or Murray, you ready?
Yeah. Shit. I just had it. You go real quick.
Okay. Another guy that I think kind of earned his spot last week with a different quarterback is George Pickens. Russ, say what you will about Russell Wilson, still throws a pretty good ball. I know it was a little rough in the beginning there. He still throws a good ball.
Beautiful moon ball.
Dude, that moon ball, man. But I think Pickens just needed it. He's never really had a good quarterback to where it pretty much throws him open. You got to start Pickens now. Though I don't care about the
I
matchup,
agree.
and
I
especially
don't
against the Giants.
absolutely. I have one that I'm not going to call him a must start, but if you have him and you're in an injury or a bye situation, give Alexander Madison a look. He had 13 and 14 the last 2 weeks in a half point PPR. I just think that the Raiders with the issues they're having right now with the offense losing Devontae and stuff, I think they're a team you're just going to see run the ball a lot. They're going to use those tight ends, but I think you're going to see a lot of the run game there. So I like Madison a little more than Zamir right now.
Okay. You got another one, Case? I have another one if you're
I
hurting,
am out.
banged up. You do? You
I'm
don't?
out.
Okay. Murray, you'll like this one.
I'm listening.
Uh little Pop Douglas on the New England Patriots. I tried to do it last week. He ended up getting hurt
He's alive.
against you. But Drake May throws a good ball.
Yeah,
So
absolutely does.
um so yeah, I'm fired up. I kind of fired up. The Patriots are kind of a little bit fantasy relevant now.
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
if Ramondre can just get going and become like a viable the Drake May, I'll tell you, the Patriots, it's been perfect so far because we've been losing games, which is what I want. I don't want to win. I want the first draft pick. And Drake May has also looked good. It's the perfect scenario so far.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's the first? Is it going to be a lineman or what like if the
I
Patriots,
don't
because they're
know
not going to draft a quarterback.
I don't know if we're gonna trade it or what, but we need to draft an offensive line.
Yeah.
So if that means
Bumping
like
back a little bit.
right? Because like Travis Hunter, super cool. Don't need Travis Hunter. Shador Sanders, super cool. Don't need Shador Sanders. LSU and Texas, I want to say are the two that I've been seeing. They have a left tackle that is supposed to be the shit. So
Okay.
hopefully that's going to go.
All right. Sits. Casey.
Yeah, I got a guy who would be, tough to start because he's been reliable all year. But Tony Pollard, um, they're playing against the Lions, and the Lions have been kind of beaten up on running backs, fewest points per game to the position. So, um, be wary of Tony Pollard. You can still start him if he finds that end zone, but be wary.
All right. I'm sitting all Colts receivers until Joe Flacco inevitably comes back. I don't care about the matchup. I don't care about anything. Even though Pittman's technically you could say he's a star, but I wouldn't say so. You can sit him. You can sit all Colts receivers. I know Josh Downs is having a great week, and Matthew Berry said last week if Josh Downs is available in your league, you don't play in a competitive league. Well, with Anthony Richardson back, he's not good. So I'm not starting any Colts receivers.
I have two quarterback sits for you this week. One, Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
I love Baker. I've been starting him all year in a league. We're fortunate we have another good quarterback in that league with Jordan Love. But yeah, I just given these injuries at wide receiver, I mean, if they're going into this next game with Sterling Shepard and Cade Otton are the two top pass catchers,
Memorial
you
High School legend Jalen McMillan too. Can't forget that.
absolutely, absolutely. So you gotta be looking for another quarterback. The other one is Brock Purdy. Just given again those injuries, I get that George Kittle is still super good. And like I said, I do like Jawan Jennings, but Purdy, if outside of, it's just not his usual arsenal of weapons. So I wouldn't start either of those two guys who
How
I
about
feel you might have been starting all year.
how about Purdy getting in the end zone twice last week though?
Yeah.
And hey, if that's something he does again, then that would be huge for his stock.
Can't bank on that though.
Exactly. You can't just, oh, I really hope, that's not something you can just assume
Oh
happens.
well,
Yeah,
who else are you gonna give the ball to? Everyone's hurt.
Jordan Mason.
It's gonna be just him out there.
Yeah,
Jordan
Um,
Mason.
Jordan Mason.
yeah.
Uh,
Let's see. Baker was also on my sit-em list for this week. Um, until he can prove, if he can prove that he can still ball out with shaky wide receivers. Uh,
Absolutely.
another one I was curious you guys' opinion on this. What do you do if you have Mahomes? Do you start him?
you stream.
Depends. Yeah, depends
Started.
whether.
It has to be a good matchup, and when I say a good matchup, a matchup where he has to throw the ball.
Even
So, like,
like they play the Raiders, they don't have to throw the
no,
ball.
they don't have like it would if
They'll
they
get up 17-0 in like the second quarter, and then they're going to run the ball the rest of the game.
Yeah.
yeah in a game, and it's going to be tough to figure out because you don't know what game's going to be because sometimes there's a game where like against the Chargers he might have to throw the ball a lot against the Chargers.
I think you really have to find another matchup that you think is favorable.
Hmm.
All right. Who would you rather start this week? Russell Wilson against the Giants or Patrick Mahomes against the Raiders?
I just it
That's
Patrick Mahomes.
yeah, I mean I'm going to go with Patrick.
I don't
Well,
trust Russell Wilson enough to do something like that.
yeah, after one game and a game where they were down, they were had to throw the ball.
Okay.
In a game they were down, and then they just kept turning it on because they found a weak spot in the Jets D.
Yeah. What
Uh,
about Bo Nix against the Panthers?
dude, I'm kind of a Bo Nix believer.
Not there yet.
The guy
Dude, this
runs. The
could be
guy runs.
this could be the game where he gets his confidence though.
And if that's it, I can play him going forward. I'm not doing it this week.
I think he throws for 2 this week and runs for 50 yards.
Okay.
And if he does that, I'll start him next week. But I would still start Mahomes over him this week.
Yeah, I think I would think about
Guys, I'd start over. Are we saying like guys you start over Mahomes
I
right now?
would think about starting both those guys over Mahomes. It's
I
been almost a full 18 games since he had a 20-point fantasy week, right?
I'm considering right now. I'm considering if Jaden Daniels does not play, starting Bo Nix instead of Dak Prescott against the Niners.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Because I mean the Niners own Dak. Dak's got like 4 fantasy points total in the last 4
Bro,
games he played against the
Cowboys are a
Niners.
shit show right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to drop Dak, but I'm gonna
Oh,
have to.
you're so lucky that the Dodgers have been on this run. So you haven't really had to deal with the reality of the dumpster fire that is this Dallas Cowboys organization.
Yeah.
But just so you know, in a week or two time, it's going to be hell for you.
Yeah.
Team Joes, they are a
I
mess.
got I got I got some fantasy football teams to deal with.
You know what? If somebody was really a Dallas Cowboy fan, what they would do? They'd take out Jerry Jones.
Oh, I've looked into it. I've looked into it.
I think that if there was a real Cowboys fan out there that
I'm
wanted
just scared. I'm just scared that, if I say it, Jerry's gonna find out and Jerry's gonna put a hit out on me.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Jerry Jones sucks.
Yeah, no, it's he's terrible. Defensive streamers this week because we already had really kind of some quarterback streamers we talked about.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. No
Lions.
Lions, he says. Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
yeah, like Lions and I was looking at Lions and Vikings. Like
Yeah, Lions and
you
Vikings. I'll tell you I know you said that you like this Patriots offense. I'd still stream the Jets defense this week.
yeah, oh yeah, no. I mean, I still I haven't dropped the Jets defense in the K League with like those guys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mew and me, I think, are on the top of that one too.
Just we're having a year.
We're having a year.
We're having a year.
I'm 6-1, you're 5-2, I think.
I'm still alive in both my chop leagues as well.
That's always good.
There you go.
Always good. Any other defensive streamers, or should we get on to what do we do next? Game picks?
Game picks.
Game picks?
Game picks. Here we go. I don't have the records in front of me right now. I'll tweet them out under the thing after this.
I did well last week. I looked at it. I did well. I
I
think.
I can figure out how we did last week. So we all lost on Nevada. Well, so
Yeah.
here, let's do Joe's. Joe's lost on Nevada. Did you take Tennessee, Joe's?
I did.
You hit with Tennessee. Did you take Georgia?
I did not take Georgia. I
You
did
took
take
Texas?
Texas. Yeah.
All right, so that's 1 and 2. Did you take the Packers or the Texans?
I can't remember.
See, exactly. So I don't remember either. Anyways, on to this week. So records unknown. Starting Friday night here in Las Vegas. Boise State at UNLV. Boise State -3.5.
I'm going first. That's right. Give me the Cowboys #1 draft pick, first round draft pick this year. Give me GNT and the Boise State Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Broncos.
I hate to see it, but it is a clean sweep on the Broncos here.
Just better.
Dude, they are.
Just
They're just
better.
UNLV. I just don't think they're going to be able to stop them.
That's the thing. Like, I don't care how good UNLV's offense is.
That's why I just like eventually UNLV's not going to score. I think he will score on every
Dude,
drive.
the year that I stopped doing UNLV football is their best year.
That is unfortunate.
I mean, they had a good year last year. but
Um,
still.
it was kind of a a sneaky good slate, but I just kind of went for the ranked matchups this week just
I
to
like it.
because there were
Yeah.
some games that might have been better, but I just went with ranked games.
Mhm.
Bama at Missouri. Bama is minus 13 and a half.
I think Bama needs a get right game, and I think this is where they just kind of turn it on at home. Were they at home? No, they
On
weren't.
the road. No, no, no. It is in Alabama. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Um, I'm looking at it right here on my Apple Watch. I pulled up the picture.
Loves his
No,
Apple
I'll
Watch.
take Bama by 2 touchdowns.
I'll take the points with Missouri.
I was thinking the same here. I agree. Bama needs a get right game. I just don't think it's this. I think Missouri's actually just good.
Missouri screwed me, so I will never pick them again.
That's fair. That's fair. This next game I think could be sneaky fun. Illinois at Oregon. Oregon minus 21 and a half. If this game was in Illinois, I think Oregon would be on upset alert.
Okay. Um, you know what? Give me the number one ranked Oregon Ducks. I'll take it against the spread. You guys are looking at me like you're crazy. But when you're losing, you got to make crazy moves. You got to make crazy moves.
I'll go. I like Illinois. Illinois is a good football team. And Oregon, look, they are the number one team, but they aren't like that win against Michigan State. It was 35-0, but it could have been 56-0. They just it seems like they're just still not all the way activated. Like
Yeah,
I'm waiting for something that hasn't happened yet.
I'm taking Illinois here too. I think Oregon wins by, like 17 or something.
Exactly. Like 21-38 or something like that.
21 and a half, winning by 22. That is a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. I absolutely agree. Next, the last college game of the week, LSU at A&M, A&M minus 2.5. For both of these teams, they have one loss on the season. So this is what's kind of fun about where we're at in college football. A lot of these one-loss teams are playing each other. And once you get that second loss, you're in trouble because you definitely can't lose three.
I'm gonna take LSU.
I'm going to take LSU as well.
I'm going to take A&M at home. Um, Next, NFL. Kind of a fun game here. Philly at Cincinnati. The Bengals minus 2.5.
This is a fun one. So I did my pick'em guy, do a pick'em pool with some of my one friends from here. Well, they're Fresno guys, but they live here. And I took Philly. So I'm gonna keep going with Philly.
He's gonna take Philly.
Hmm. Yeah, this is kind of a tough one. Um, I don't know if the Bengals defense can hold on against the Eagles offense. So I'm going to take the Eagles here as well.
I
Okay.
hate that. I don't like that one bit that it's going to be a sweep on the Eagles here in a game that I thought I was going to possibly be the only
Oh,
person on the Eagles. It ends up being an Eagles sweep. I agree. I think the Eagles run game right now with Saquon is so tough. I don't
Hmm.
think the Bengals have the defense for that right now.
yeah.
Next, a very important divisional game that got a lot more exciting, or got a lot less exciting, rather, due to injuries. Atlanta at Tampa. Obviously, Tampa banged up. Atlanta minus 2.5.
I'm taking Atlanta here.
Yeah. I think we're gonna sweep again.
Sweep on Atlanta. I really like Tampa, and I really like the Baker and that whole, but just with the injuries, I think it's right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And our last game, I really hope Jaden Daniels is playing because if he's not, this game isn't cool. But it's Chicago at Washington, the Bears minus 1.5.
I mean, the
But
line's
the
looking
Bears,
that line.
they're
What?
thinking Daniels is not going to play.
That line tells me that it's Marcus Mariota. I agree.
Marcus still looked pretty decent last week.
Pretty good.
Daniels also missed practice today.
This is a big game. Both of these teams are what, 4-2,
The
Yeah.
Commanders are 5-2.
5-2, and 4-2.
But
I mean, the fact that the Commanders can move to 6-2 with a win here is crazy. So who do we like?
give me the Commanders. I got to ride with I got Jaden Daniels in 2 leagues. I'm riding with him.
Yep, I got to take the Bears here just because I really don't know if Jaden Daniels. I have him in most of my leagues, but I don't know. It doesn't sound like he's going to play.
No, I agree. That's why I'm taking the Bears here. I love Jaden Daniels. I have Terry McLaurin, and I can't really utilize him with Marcus. Uh, so I hope that Jaden is playing, but I don't think he is. So I got the Bears.
I mean, he had 98 yards last week.
No, I know. I just and
They were
it's
playing
just
the Panthers
exactly.
because Jalen Johnson will be on, probably shadowing him.
That was all of our game picks.
All right.
Oh, we just had a text in from one of our guests. Billy Ringo asks, why are the Vikings only minus 150? Let's check on that. Who are the Vikings playing this week? The Rams. Well, because it's in LA. Hmm,
Yeah.
fair enough. All righty. Yes, that was that.
All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to talk about before we do hot takes
No, we
or
discussed
scout selections? We need scout selections too. I forgot about scout selections.
scout selection. I'll be honest, I haven't been betting much lately.
Yeah, I haven't
What
really.
I need to do, what I really need to do is I just need to bet exclusively what we do on here because
Could
I've
be,
been doing pretty well
or
so
just
far.
go against me.
Yeah, or one or the other would be a successful method. So,
I
but yeah,
told Grant. I saw Grant at what I ate at Lestrado with Garrett and Nolan and some of the other guys, and I saw Grant there. Him and his roommate or whatever. Uh, was he a kid? Is he? Does Grant live at the house or no?
No.
No. Um, well, he was there meeting their parents or his roommate's parents, and I told him I was like, did you watch last week's episode? And he's like, no. And I was like, if you bet against me, you'd be up 17 units. And he
dude,
just
it's
started laughing.
crazy.
That's insane. I think it's more. It's probably more now
I don't know. I think you might have been up last week. It's not a big swing if it is any.
because
I did want to talk a little college football actually. How are we doing on time? Do we have time to talk a little college
we're good.
football?
Let's
We're
We're
go.
good.
good on time. Who do you guys think are the would be the is the best team in the country right now? Oregon?
I think
They
so.
got the one next to their name, but
But who do you think?
I thought it was Texas. If you would have asked me this question last week, I mean, I said it. I think it was Texas. Um, I don't know if it was just a Quinn Ewers just doesn't can't handle high pressure games, or
He's played well in big games before.
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. He did not look good, right? I barely I
No,
kind
he
of
didn't. I mean, they switched to Arch. He obviously
yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I thought it was Texas. I still think Texas has a shot to win the Natty, but
I think
if they got to play Georgia or Alabama,
I think Georgia's the best team in the country still. Georgia, everyone that lost to Alabama, they had one bad quarter. They got outscored 21-0 in the first quarter, and then after that, outscored Alabama 34-20.
yeah,
Yeah.
And that's the only like since then they've been fine. It was one bad game. I'm back in on Georgia.
Yeah. Thing about Oregon that I think Oregon is really good, but when it comes to the playoff, like their final four games after this week is all unranked teams. Like they
That's
have a super easy schedule. They're just gonna be beating up on these teams going in the playoffs, and then the playoff, they're gonna get that bye, but then they're gonna have to play after that bye week a team
Well,
that's
well,
yeah,
it's
the
nice
SEC
that
championship
they'll have to play the Big Ten title game.
oh yeah, okay, so the Big Ten title game
or
They'll
and
Big Ten. Oh, we're talking about Oregon. I thought we were talking about Georgia still.
no, you're talking about Oregon, right?
yeah, or okay, so they'll play the Big Ten title game. You're right. But then no, they get that bye, and
But
then
that's if they win the Big Ten title game.
and then they'll play. Like I don't, I kind of worry for them in the playoffs just because of how easy their schedule is.
I agree. I it was like I'm waiting to see them like kick it into one more gear.
Yeah, like they need to start beating these crappy teams that they play by 50 points.
That's what I mean. Like that Michigan State game, like I said, like it was 35-0, which I get is a blowout. That's not a close game.
Mm-mm.
That game could have been 50. Like they should have beaten the piss out of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, if Georgia had played Michigan State, Georgia would have hung 70 on them or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, I think right now Georgia and Oregon are the 1-2.
Alabama, I don't think they're good.
No, I think it's I'm
Ohio State, the quarterback is so bad.
yeah. Yeah, I think they're like Ohio State, Alabama. I think they're like a decent quarterback away from being those top five teams.
Right? But they're
'Cause
not
even
there yet.
like I know Jalen Milroe, he's a hell of an athlete. I'm not
But he's not a good quarterback.
exactly. There's different things. Like I could see an NFL team moving Jalen Milroe to what? He's not. How
No,
big is he?
you're right. You can't draft him. You can't draft Jalen Milroe and think he is going.
Here's our franchise quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. You can't have that mentality with him.
No, no. Who are the guys in this draft that are?
Bro, it's really just Shador. I mean, if you love Quinn, but
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's so weird. I feel
What
like
about Cam Ward from Miami?
Cam Ward, if you're into Cam Ward, he's out there too. That's what it's not a great quarterback draft, in my opinion.
No, I think we're getting like 20
There's
that
we're at a
2021.
little point here where there's not a ton of great quarterbacks in college football like right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like give it a few years.
Jackson Dart isn't super good. That Miller Moss at USC hasn't been good. Nussmeier for LSU has been whatever. Riley Leonard for Notre Dame has been fine. Carson Beck, you can't tell me he's good. He
No,
is not a good quarterback. He will get drafted. He will not ever be good.
no.
That's what there's not a ton of good quarterbacks right now.
I mean, what about Gabriel? But still,
I don't think he'll be a good NFL quarterback.
no, no.
He does like the scramble thing and it works in college, but he's not fast enough and it won't work in the NFL.
That's the thing. I think college football, the way college football is played now, there's not really any pocket passers anymore
No, there really isn't.
because it's so
Quinn Ewers is
fast.
one of them.
What? You
Quinn
quit.
Ewers.
But the game is so fast now in college. It's
Mhm.
faster in the pros, but you have better offensive linemen.
But I mean, even think of the last couple of quarterbacks that got drafted. How many of them this last draft? Caleb Williams, I wouldn't call him a traditional pocket passer.
I'd call Drake May a traditional pocket passer,
He can move though.
but he can still move. I think there's a difference between like traditional pocket. Your first move,
So what would you call Josh Allen?
yeah, you're right. He's not really a pocket passer, but he wants to stay in the pocket and throw the ball,
Yeah.
but he can use his legs. I don't know. I think that's the more elite
I
quarterbacks.
don't think there's a ton of pocket passers in the NFL anymore.
Yeah, traditional pocket passers. I think the new pocket passer is that kind of Josh Allen, Mahomes
Yeah,
type.
exactly. It's the Josh Allen, Mahomes, it's Herbert, where they can get out and move. Allen obviously is more mobile than those guys, but his runs are more of, like a
I got nothing. I'm gonna try to make something happen. All right, never mind.
especially near the goal line where he's so big.
Yeah, but no, I think the game's changing.
Jordan Love, he's mobile a little bit.
A little bit. Stroud can move a little bit.
I'll tell you a bet I like, Casey.
Yeah, what's that?
Get in on that a Jordan Love MVP bet. I think that could be a good time.
I bet 50 my 50 money bet on William Hill over the summer.
Dude, I have this. So I bet at the start of the year, preseason, I bet Derrick Henry to an offensive player of the year. $30 to win 1,500 plus 5,000. Guess
See,
what it
me,
is
me
now?
and my dad bet on
Even money right now.
wow, we bet on Derrick Henry touchdowns, but we should have done something more than that.
Even money, bro. Caesars won't give me a cash out option. I'm so pissed.
Really?
I want to sell it for like 600 bucks.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. All right.
Even
Well,
though. So yeah, we're big Derrick Henry fans around here.
I'm not right now. It's still a little salty, but I'll get there. Uh, no, that run that he took for 80 yards or whatever, 82
Oh, man, I
yards.
wanted him to score. If he had
It
scored
was
that,
if this was 3 years ago, he would have scored, but he's slow now.
he's a little old now.
I saw him break away and I went, oh no. I just like put my head down. I was just
No,
like,
the worst part was is like before that he had kind of had like a bullshit game.
he was having a terrible game. That's why I was like, when I looked at it, I was like, oh, we're good. We're
Yeah,
good.
and then he popped that off, and then he
And
caught the
then
one.
he catches a touchdown. When
He
has
can
he caught a
throw.
ball? He has more passing touchdowns than throwing to. I don't know. Uh, yeah, hot takes this week.
Hmm.
We got what do we got?
Casey,
We
go.
got Casey.
Hot takes. Did not come prepared with my hot take. Is that a hot take to say Kareem Hunt scores two more touchdowns?
I don't
I
think
think
so.
so. You don't think it's a hot like you think it'll happen?
No, like yes, I think that's a hot take.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um Rams get shut down by the Vikings at home. Vikings D 15 plus fantasy points.
The Dallas Cowboys will beat the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Wild.
I like
Dude, the
that.
Niners, what are they going to do? They can't throw the ball. They got nobody to catch other than so who gives a shit?
But
If
but
Kittle will have 2 touchdowns, Jawan will have one, and the Cowboys will win 24-21.
but the Cowboys defense is a wet blanket against the run,
Mhm.
and Jordan Mason's good. That's
Um,
the thing.
this is going to be a Micah Parsons game.
Okay.
2 forced fumbles.
Okay. Just
Hey,
not
wait,
against Jordan
how
Mason
about
because
this
I
one for a
can't.
hot take? Navy beats Notre Dame.
See, I almost put that on our game selection. I
I was
really
waiting for
almost
it.
did. Because we have Army and Navy ranked for like the first time in ever. Uh,
Yeah.
but I really want to believe it. I just think Notre Dame's defense is too good. I don't think Navy will be able to score.
Hmm.
I really, even though obviously like I love Notre Dame, I would love to see Army or Navy in the playoffs somehow.
Right. That would be so cool.
So I'm rooting for Notre Dame, but I wouldn't be upset.
Yeah.
All right.
Dodgers in 7.
Dodgers in 7. Book
Oh.
it. We'll see y'all later. Love you. Bye.